All right. Good morning. All right, let's see. Let's make sure we're set up. All right. Good morning. This is Richie Contartesi coming to you live with another episode of SalesPreneur from sunny and beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. SalesPreneur is this new series that I'm doing where we talk mainly about with salespeople, with entrepreneurs, just about what it takes to get to that next level, strategies, content, some mindset, motivational. We're going to kind of switch back and forth depending on the day, depending on where things are going, depending on what you guys ask for, the questions that I get, and that type of stuff. So I'm going to make these as much as I can, as long as I am not traveling. Next week, I'm going to be traveling a lot. So I'm going to try to do as much as I can this week and early next week. If you have any questions, anything like that, make sure to comment below. Yesterday was a really exciting and a fun one, just because it's been a heck of a last, I guess, 10 days at this point. Probably haven't slept in 9 of them, but actually last night I did get a good night of sleep. So, all right, hopping into it. Today I want to talk about, and I didn't put it in the description. I totally missed that piece, but it is what it is. But yesterday, a lot came up about the why and what is your why? Why is it that you do what you do? What's going to keep you in the game? What's going to keep you pushing? A lot of people have these big ideas and things that they want to do, but once they face some sort of obstacle or some sort of adversity, they completely fall apart and they quit. That's just what most people do. It's just the way it is. It's just the way that most people handle their business and do what they do. So today I want to talk about finding your why, like legitimately finding your why. What are some of the whys that are out there that and legitimate categories that you can fall in, and then going on that journey, right? So what is a why? What is a purpose? Some people call it purpose. Some people call it a why. Your why is why you get out of the bed in the morning, why you do what you do, why you have a goal that you want to achieve, why you're listening to this episode, why do you want to be successful, whatever that is to you, whatever goals that you have, whatever ambitions that you have. Why do you want to start a business? Why do you want to build a book of sales? Like, why is it that you want to do that? And it can't be money, right? So it can't be money. A lot of people say, it's because I want to make a lot of money. But that's when you're faced with real adversity, with real problems, that's definitely not going to be enough to keep you going. So there's different levels to this, and we're going to talk about all the different levels. But when we talk about your why, think and ask yourself, if you say it's because I want to make more money, why do you want to make more money? And then there's your answer. Then why that? Then why that? And legitimately, it takes about 5, 6, 7 whys to actually find what your why is. At least 5, 6, 7 whys. So the question came up, why do you need to find your why? Like, why do you need to find your purpose? And I think I've made that extremely clear. It's that most people have goals. Most people have things that they want to accomplish, and they legitimately are excited for 1 week. They're excited for 1 month, maybe even a whole year. But the immediate instant that they are faced with serious adversity, and we all have it. We all have our own stories. We have our own issues, divorce, disease, taking care of kids, problems with work, colleagues, significant others. We all have adversity that we face, rejection. So what's going to keep you going? What's going to keep you and say, you know what? I've had a bad day, or this really bad thing happened to me. I feel down. I feel depressed. I want to quit. I want to give up. What can you think about that's going to keep you going? Because if you don't, you are going to quit. You are 100% going to quit. That is what most people do. They have these things, they have this stuff going on, and immediately when they get hit with anything, they quit. And that's just how it works. So, let's see. And so one of the questions is when? When do you need to find your why? And so yesterday we talked about having that big goal and then the little goals. Immediately at that point, when you determine what it is that you want, we have to figure out what your why is. We're going to go through some of the options and everything, but that's exactly when you figure out your why. Like, this is a journey. You may find it today, you may find it in 3, 6, 9 months, but it's a journey and it may evolve too. Like my why has changed a little bit, especially in the last 10 days, but it's going to change, it's going to evolve, but what matters is what is it right now. So let's go ahead and let's find that. What's going to get you out of bed in the morning? What's going to help you overcome obstacles? Why would you be excited that it's Monday morning, not Friday morning? Like so many people, you look on social media and they're so excited because it's Friday morning. No, like why would you be excited that it's Monday morning? And that's a little bit deeper, right? So what a lot of people do is when they have these goals in 1 week, 2 week, they hit adversity, they quit. But the ones on this that are watching right now, the ones that are going to watch this, we're the ones that fight back. And we fight back because we have a reason to fight back. So actually, I'd spent 2 years, legitimately 2 years. I went to 48 states and I spoke to thousands of people, some of the most successful people and some not so successful people. And I asked them this question: what is your why? Legitimately 100% one-on-one, sometimes one-on-two, sitting at a table during this 2-year period of time. And so what I did is I broke down what the most, the highest probability whys that I kept getting. There was 3 of them that I got the most. I don't know if that made sense there, but there's 3 of them that I kept getting over and over and over again. And there were some that kind of fit into that category. So as I go through each one of these, you may fall into one category, you may fall into more than one, but you're going to be predominantly in one category. Is going to be like, wow, that's it. All right, so let me walk through each one of these for you. So the first one is going to be freedom. So the first one is freedom. And when it comes to freedom, a lot of people say, oh, I want to, why do you want to make a lot of money? Oh, because I want to have more security. I don't want to have to think about money. I don't want to have anxiety. Okay, but why? Because I want to be able to take care of my family. Okay, but why? I want to have more time to be able to be around my family. So I've said this before, one of the number one commodities that we have as human beings is time. It is 100%. You can make money, you can spend money, but you can never get back time. You can never get back time. And that's why I said with the price objection is the number one objection that we always get. If you can show them that they're going to save time, then they're interested. 100%. So when you look at freedom as being your why, like a lot of people that fall into this category are just like, hey, all I care about is I'm going to grind so I have more time. And that's a really, really, really strong why. The next one is going to be individuals. I call them status. These are the individuals who are, they a lot of times they've grown up with a tough. They grew up in a tough environment, and they really want to show and prove people that they are that they work really hard, and they want to show people by their cars and their house and that type of thing. It's like this: they want to prove it to people, and they want to just show everybody what they've done. So those are the people that fall into that category. And the last one, let me see here. The last one's legacy. And I wanted to see if any comments were here. So what's up, Michelle, Rebecca, Emily? What's up? I'm ready to start building my dream and stop building someone else's. Nice, yes. So the third one is legacy. And I wanted to see if anybody was on here that had been to a presentation that knew what I was going to say. But anyways, legacy is there's so many different routes of legacy, right? There's what do you want to be remembered for? There's being able to provide for your family. There's internal, there's external. There's so many different variables to this. I'm going to make it very, very easy for you. I heard this one time. I don't want to be loved for one generation, remembered for a second, and forgotten after that. And if your why is legacy, what's your impact? Not just what product or service or ideas you sell, but what's your impact on the community, on the world, on the people around you, on your family, on your friends? That's legacy. Are you giving back? Like, let's say you're doing, regardless of how well you're doing, are you giving still a percentage back? Are you helping other people, not just in the form of sales, but in general? Like, what do you want to be remembered for? That's legacy. Legacy is being able to pass down. So a lot of times, if you're we're growing up in a family without a lot, like, you have the ability to change the legacy of your family and be able to pass down and give your kids maybe what you never had. And I'm not saying give them anything, because I'm certainly definitely not. They're going to have to earn everything, but they're going to have, I want to give them the ability to be as successful as humanly possible if they're willing to work for it, whatever success means to them. That, to me, is legacy. So there's so many different kind of variables and ways around it. So when it comes to your why, you have your internal, which is like, why do I want to achieve this? Why do I want to build a book of business? Why do I want to start this business? And then there's the external why, which is like, why do I want to do this to help other people, right? Like, I know there's some individuals on this call who are part of Reveal, and why do you want to help other people create time freedom? Why do you want to help other people? Like, what does that do for you? I mean, it feels great, but think about that. Your why as a person is not just to fulfill the internal, but also the external, which is helping other people. Because that's all sales is. It's a transaction that involves money, typically, not always, where one person, there's an even exchange. And that could be help, or that can be money for help, or service, right? So the product, the service is what we would consider help. So with that being said, it doesn't really, whatever that looks like to you, you've got to really know why. So as you go on this journey and you write down your goal and you know what it is that you want, write down why. So that when you're sitting in your car crying because you just checked your email and you've been constantly rejected, you went to a dinner and nobody showed up, you haven't had any sales in 1 month, you're sitting in your car, you're depressed and you're crying, why are you going to get out of that car, wipe your face off, and keep going? Why? That has to be strong, and it cannot be money. Why do you want to make a lot of money? Why? I want to have freedom. Why do you want to have freedom? Because I want to be able to spend more time and do the things that I want to do with the people that I love. Why? And legitimately 5, 6, 7 times, keep writing them down until you have it. And once you have it, it doesn't matter how bad things are going, who's not showing up to your Facebook lives, who's not doing what you want them to do, who's not responding to your emails, who's not showing up to your meetings, who's blowing you off, who said they were going to buy your product and 1 month later they still haven't purchased it and they've completely disappeared. When all of these things happen, you'll say, I don't care. I'm going to keep getting better. I'm going to keep learning, and I'm going to keep getting what I deserve. That's why it's important to have a why. So that is all of the information that I have. Those are the big 3. So freedom, status, legacy. Like I said, you may fall into more than one or something additional, but like those are the main core categories that I found. The only other one that I would call a twist would be health. And there was quite a few people over that 2-year period of time that was doing it because somebody in their household or themselves needed the money for health, like health payments and stuff like that. And so that was kind of a twist one. So that may be one to just think about. So let me just kind of go through here and see if there's any questions. So let's see, Michelle, New Hampshire. Okay. I'm doing excellent. I hope you're doing well, Michelle. Rebecca. All right. I'm ready to start building a dream. Stop building someone else's. Yeah. You can either build your dream or help somebody else build theirs, right? So good job. Morning, what's up? Time freedom, absolutely. I'm in the first category by far. Through my business, I am able to have my kids participate and show them hard work is hard. Nothing we want comes easy. That's a good lesson. That's a really good lesson. That's another thing. Like, I'm glad you said that, Emily, is like, not only are you creating a legacy, but you're showing either your parents or your kids what it actually takes, or whoever's around you, what it actually takes to do it, and you're proving it to them. I can't tell you how many parents, right? They tell their kids, oh, you gotta do this, but they're not doing it themselves. It's like, how can you do that? How can you tell them you want them to live their dream and you want them to have whatever they want, but you're not showing them how to do it yourself? It's absolutely ridiculous. So good for you, Emily. I mean, that's awesome. One thing I will say with the hard work is something that I have been saying, and I said it the other night, is I don't actually think hard work is enough. Obviously, they say you got to work smart and all that stuff, and just throwing that aside, throwing the smart work stuff aside, I think it takes relentless work. It takes going after it at all costs ethically to get what you want until you get it. Because hard work is really good, but it can die off. Where relentless work, you work extremely hard until you get it. So that would be the only twist. Thanks, Natasha. I appreciate it. She's so amazing. I wish I could get her in here. So tomorrow I'll bring the baby. I'll see if I can get her in here. Learning about people and building friendships and relationships with others is huge for me. Yeah, it's a really difficult thing to do. So Emily, I'm just going to give you 2 words just to keep it simple. It's just continuously try to find ways to be valuable for people and just be interested in them. Don't worry about business, opportunities, nothing. Just legitimately, every time you communicate with a person, a human being, just be interested, genuinely interested in them. And if you can provide value, do it. Okay, amen. That's why are so important. That stuck with me. That the whys are so important. That stuck with me. Awesome. Exactly. Agree 100%. Cool. Well, you guys you all are so awesome. This has been awesome episode. I'm really this is one that you can't really blow through, but there's not too much to it. There's obviously a journey that you have to take. There's relentless work that you have to do to really legitimately pull out a piece of paper and write down your why and keep asking yourself over and over and over. But at the end of the day, that's the only way to find it. So if you want to share your why in the comments, that would be amazing. This way I can look through them later on today. And then tomorrow during the episode, I'd like to share some of those because the topics kind of correlate. So, and then always make sure to DM me, message me, any questions, things that you have, things that are coming up in your business that you have questions on, share them with me and I'll use those as well. That's all that I have today. And I hope you go out and make it an amazing Thursday. It's a beautiful day. Wherever you live, it doesn't matter. And go out and have yourself a great day. I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific.